y'all, Null Sunday here, and I know it's been a while since I've been able to record for Yondercraft, and I apologize. I did have some videos ready, but unfortunately the recordings got corrupted and I lost everything. So, oof, yikes, that's not good. Didn't know I had phantoms. Ooh, no, leave me alone. Wish I had a cat. Anyways, in the time that you missed, the only recording that I had saved was about an hour and a half of me fighting the Ender Dragon and completely failing at it. So in the meantime of me going mining, I'll let you watch the many of times I died in the fight. So enjoy! Okay guys, I finished mining for about maybe 2 hours, and out of it I got a few things. I got a good amount of diamonds. At first I only had maybe a block and 5, and now I have 13 blocks of diamonds, so that's a really good trip I had. But the reason I was mining in the first place was because I needed a lot of iron. And the reason I need iron is because I'm going to be building a storage system. And this storage system is going to require a lot of hoppers. So hopefully this will be enough. I have no idea how big I'm gonna make it. Probably, I don't know. I'll think about the size. I probably will make the storage system off camera. The storage system I'm gonna use is from Tango Tech. I really like the setup, and I think it would be a new experience for me. I don't really normally play with redstone, so it's gonna be a learning experience for me. I'm not a genius with redstone, and I just feel like it would be a fun project for myself. I just finished out mining a bit of the room, but I decided it's time to put this on pause and move on to the Guardian farm, which me and Egg have been working on lately. I have the sponges I accidentally took, and I'm going to move on to the Guardian farm. Uh, we've been working on this for a while, and my plan is to at least get the whole thing dug out by the end of this episode, and hopefully, we can start working on its functions. And here we are at the Guardian farm. Here's the progress we've had so far, and we've got a bit done. We just need to get this part done, which is really frustrating because all the Guardians are starting to close up in one spot, and it's getting really annoying getting attacked by them. I don't know if Guardians can see us through invisibility potions. I haven't really tried that, but we're almost done, and I thought it'd be too much anyways. So I'm gonna start filling out sand again, and I'll be back with you. Okay guys, we finally managed to drain out the Guardian temple. It took a really long time, but we finally did it. Now all we have to do is start digging down and flattening up the place. So I'll get back to you whenever that's done. Okay, so we've made more progress on the Guardian farm, and we're almost there, but we decided to take a small break at the moment. So after that break, we'll probably get back onto it, and I'll show you what's left. Okay, so the ocean monument has been flattened, and all we need to do is start setting up the part where we need to box in the guardians and sort out a system where we can AFK. So we'll see what we can do then, and by then we'll probably be done and have a fully functional AFK guardian farm. So this is exciting. Okay guys, so the guardian farm is nearly complete. We just need to get the lava implemented and get the sorting system done, and then the guardian farm will be complete. We're also going to put in a spot so we can get rid of all the fish, because we're getting a lot of fish and we really don't need this fish. But we're really happy with it, and it's working just fine. The design we decided to use is by Iskall85. I'll give a link in the description so you can check his channel out and check out his design. We really liked it, and we just decided it'd be the best to go with. So after last night, there was a little incident, and I sort of lost all my stuff in lava for the third time, and I've started getting my stuff back up, but I still need to get enchantments and everything. Thankfully, Egg was really nice and gave me a pickaxe, so I don't have to worry about that, but I still have to worry about enchanting my armor again and everything. So I thought it's about time to at least get some villagers, and I've been working on a room to put them in, and hopefully I can nab some villagers, start breeding them, and see if I can get some villagers with mending and other good stuff, because I'm really tired of dying and losing my stuff and having to go to the enchantment table and AFK fishing. I think it's just time for me to put my butt in gear. So I'll start making the room, and I'll get back to you whenever I finish. Okay y'all, we finished the room, and this is where I plan to have have my villagers. Of course, the villager breeding will go in here, which is the next room. I'll have the bell in between, and here is where the villager breeding is going to happen. I haven't really made the place look nice yet. I haven't gotten to that. But once I get the villagers, it won't really matter, since I'll probably just stick them in there and, oh no, I'll see what I can do. But for now, let's move on to our next subject. So as you could probably hear, we actually finished the Guardian farm. It's all ready and going. We ended up moving the room a bit lower so the spawning could be a bit better, and so we didn't have to put in lava. It's going pretty great. I was AFK overnight and I've already used up the majority of the material already, but we actually have double chests full of everything. It's really nice, and I plan to make the room look a little bit nicer. I want the roof to look a little more cavey and this part look a little more nicer. Egg helped out too, and I kind of like the idea of showing the redstone off, because I think it looks really nice, and redstone is kind of pleasing to look at whenever it's done nicely. Thank you, Egg, for helping, because if you didn't end up helping me with this, this would have taken a lot longer to do, and I'd probably still be placing sand up there. So unfortunately at this part of the video, I lost a lot of audio, and it's only towards the end whenever it starts kicking back in. So I'm going to have to talk over the recording, and I hope that I can fill you in on what's going on. So at this point of the video, I decided to rename my wings, and I don't really have any thought process. I just decided to name them the Wings of Death, and to me that was hilarious. At this point in the video, I was trying to explain what I wanted to do for my main project, and what I'm gonna build is a meteor as a centerpiece with an antenna attached to it. And as I mentioned before, I want to make a hurricane, and the satellite or antenna is going to be causing that. So I decided to go to the mining mesa, and I wanted to dig up terracotta because I was going to be using dark gray and black terracotta to make the meteor, and I needed to get about 2 shulker boxes full of it, so it took me a while to get some, and I also needed to get black dye as well, so I also started to hunt down squids, and that was kind of a mess because I ended up taking down my sword to a really low level, and at this point I still need to repair my sword before it breaks, because it has looting too, and looting's really hard to get at this time. I also wanted to experiment with the speed of the video. I've never really sped up something like this before, so if it's a little choppy or awkward or it makes you nauseous, I apologize, and I will take criticism. I want to learn from this and see how far I can go with my editing. So right here, I'm just trying to see if I have enough black and white dye to make gray and black, and I do have enough ink sacs to make black, but I didn't have enough white, so I decided to take a run to the skeleton farm, which I have made previously. It's about time to go and head off now, and the skeleton farm isn't really far from my base. It's only a flight away, and I haven't made another portal to it yet, so I might do that in the next episode. I'll try and do it on camera instead of off camera like I've normally been doing things. I'm still trying to get into the groove of doing things while I'm recording and knowing when to record. I'm still trying to get the gist of that, and hopefully I can show you guys the process of the skeleton farm, and by that I mean I'm going to renovate it at some point. I don't know if it's going to be in the next episode or upcoming episodes, but I hope that I can make the skeleton farm look neat and on the outside have a building so people know where they are instead of just that platform and bridge. I want to make it look nice and approachable for other players to come and enjoy. And I think I could probably do that next episode, but I don't know if I'll have room. And at this point, the chunk started acting really weird, and I actually started talking about how I got lost in the chunk loading before. I didn't know where I was going, and I intended to go to sci-fi, but I ended up somewhere completely different. It was really weird, and it took me a solid 50 minutes to find my way back to my base, and I just decided to go through the nether portal instead, because usually I just use my elytra to go ahead and go back. So whenever I started heading back, I decided to craft the dark terracotta off camera, just because it was a little time consuming and it really wasn't necessary to show you. But I didn't manage to get 2 shulker boxes of black and dark gray, but I did end up getting a decent amount, so I thought it would be good enough to start off the project. So I decided to go ahead and start measuring and thinking about how I wanted it to start playing out. I'm really excited to do the meteor because it's going to be a somewhat hollow with lime green on the inside and lime green glass, really. So it's going to be kind of crystallized. And with the meteor, I decided to start off with a perfect circle, and then I would start making it asymmetrical and look more like a proper meteor, because I've never really made a meteor in Minecraft, so I just decided a perfect circle would be good for now as a basic shape, and I think it's coming out nicely. I'm gonna make it a sphere and then kind of make it look crushed up and give it texture later on. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with a solid color instead of going with gray and mixing it in, because I want to mix it in later so I don't mess up the palette and make it look awkward. That's just a precaution I want to make because I'm not really that skilled to know what's going on. Anyways, this is towards the end of the video, and I'm sorry that it's sort of short. Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Okay, how do you... Walking like this is so weird. Ah, no. Stuck.